My name is Abayomi Akinbo. I'm a project manager for budget, and I'm also representing the Open Alliance Nigeria. The purpose of being here today is to contribute to the public sector reform, which is basically what the Open Government Partnership is about. It's about reform and about bringing citizens and government together and improving service delivery. And this engagement so far has been wonderful, getting the information from the media, knowing the challenges they face in trying to obtain information from government, and also civil society with the challenges they face, and the government, also the challenges they face. So bringing these three stakeholders together to talk about issues that can help in reforming institutions has been amazing. One key thing I've taken is that the government, the media, the civil society have all shown great energy and passion towards changing the narrative and changing the public sector, because at the end of the day, the public sector works for everybody, and once that happens, we get some sort of a change in the service delivery for citizens, and at the end of the day, we can make Nigeria better. So this particular event has been wonderful because it's like an engagement section. It's like a feedback mechanism, a reporting mechanism to see how we can better improve these things. So everybody here, as I can say, everybody here has served as a consultant in a way, bringing what they know from their own corner to limelight, so people can learn from them, you can pick something from them, and at the end of the day aggregate into one thing, a kind of a framework and action plan that can be fed back into the system and ensure that we have the reform that we've been talking about. So as a stakeholder, what are the concerns, what are the things that you want to change in Nigeria? This is the take from the event that we've had today, and it's been wonderful so far, and I've been able to grab some things, the things that we have to change in terms of engagement, in terms of tools and resources that we're going to use in engaging government, in engaging civil society, and also engaging the media, because the media is a critical component of this particular reform that we're trying to push. If I'm speaking from the perspective of the Open Government Partnership, the Open Government Partnership is about equal representation of the government and civil society. And when we talk about civil society, we like to say non-state actors. So that also includes the private sector. So one challenge there could be that the government might not respect that equal 50-50 percent partnership of both bodies, the state actors, or the government, and the non-state, or is the civil society and the private sector. So if this equal partnership is not respected, then it seems like the government is speaking for everybody. But the idea of the OGP is to bring everybody on the platform. This is the first time this is happening, actually, to bring everybody on the one platform for them to be able to talk as one and agree on one thing that they can do to change the culture of governance in Nigeria. So this is one challenge. Other challenge is that getting the media to be involved in this when they have no idea of what the whole initiative is about or the things that you're supposed to report on. So this is another challenge that I've figured out. So the media needs to be engaged. They need to be trained on the terms, on all these frameworks, on these policies, what it means. They need to be engaged. They need to be given real data, responsible data that can feed back into their stories. So that way, by reporting about the policies and the things that we do here, people get to know about it and citizens can be involved in what we are doing. So that's another challenge. On the civil society side, it's about civil society's capacity to actually track some of these things that government is doing. So you have civil society who are not brought into the loop of what they're supposed to do, what is going on, and they be at the back door not doing anything. So I think it also falls on civil society as well to also bring other civil society into this conversation and see how we can push this conversation and push a better public sector reform. I think the fact that the three stakeholders can be here today shows that we all have one goal, one agenda: public sector reform. And the civil society, they have the technical skills to do some things. They have the resources. The media, they have their own voice, the advocacy, because I like to call them advocate as well. So they have the media where they can spread information, and the government has the resources, the power to actually do things. Just have to recognize everyone's capacity, everyone's strength, and bring all this to the table and see what we can do. We've done it with OGP as well, because we brought the media in to train them. I think this way, when we keep having events like this, not just to have events where we just come and we disperse, but then at the end of the day we have actionable items that we can now implement. Things that at the end of the day we get it, and everybody is not like they just go back, but they can actually work on what they've discussed and they can move forward and do something about it. I think having events like this is one thing. Bringing when civil society organizations have events, they should be able to bring government also to just come and put their own voice, to know how it is on the other side. The media should be like, it's like an XYZ plane. So when you have the media as the X, you have the Y as the civil society, and you have the Z as the government. So we can bring all this together, we can look at everything from every angle, and this way we can have a full circle of what exactly we are doing. So I think that is the best way we can bring all these people together. Thank you very much.